Yo, what up, my name is Derek, and in today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to play stretch res in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Now, this method is pretty similar if you've played Warzone or even the old Call of Duties like Vanguard or Cold War or even Call of Duty Modern Warfare. It's pretty similar. The location's a little bit different, the files are a little bit different, and the way you do it is a little different, but it's pretty similar if you've done it in the past. But I'm just going to show you guys if you have never done it before. And yeah, so anyways, what you're going to do right away is you're going to go to your computer, go to your desktop, and right click and go to the video control panel. Okay. Once this opens up, you need to go to your change resolution and go into here. And you're going to see a bunch of resolutions right here for your main monitor. Make sure you're on the right monitor if you have two monitors or three monitors. If you just have one, don't worry about this. But what you're going to do is you're going to want to press on this customize button. And most likely you're going to have this enable resolutions not exposed by the display. It will be disabled, so enable it and then press on create custom resolution. Now, once this opens up, you don't want to change anything that's in the bottom or anything else. The only number you're worried about changing are these two. Now, with the resolutions that I'm going to show you, or at least the resolution that I'm going to show you, all we're doing is changing this number. Now, I already have two resolutions here. Now, the top one is for Apex Legends. That's the one that I use for Apex. Now, if you want to use that one too, it works just as good as um, in Apex as it does in Call of Duty. So if you want to use that one, it's 1728 by 1080. You can use that one. But the one that I play with Call of Duty is 1440 by 1080. You can really do whatever one you want. I'd recommend testing each one of them to see if you like the feel of stretch res, because jumping straight into stretch res is a little weird. Now, if you're a player that has played Counter Strike in the past or has played Fortnite when stretch res was the thing in Fortnite, then you're probably pretty used to stretch res and you like the way stretch res feels, and it's going to feel the exact same when you're playing in Call of Duty for sure. But what I recommend, like I said, is to go with 1440. If you want to do 1728, you can do 1728. If you want to look up some other custom resolutions, you definitely can. Just look up online the best custom resolutions for any, or stretch res, I guess, for any game. You can do that. But that's the first step. This part is very important. Do that step, okay? Now, once you've done with that, you want to go to your folder. You want to go to your file explorer. Once you're in here, go to Documents, and then go to Call of Duty. Now, don't go to Call of Duty Modern Warfare. That's the old Call of Duty. Go to just Call of Duty. Once you're in here, go to Players. Go to this Options 3 option. There's multiple other ones. These don't really do anything. Just go to this one. Double click this, and right away you're going to notice this is pretty much your config file for Call of Duty. We're going to scroll down a little bit until we see the aspect ratio. Now, more than likely, this number will be set to wide 16 by 9, or if you play on maybe you have a different type of resolution on your monitor, maybe 16 by 10 or something, but most likely it's wide 16 by 9. It will say that in the quotations right here. So what you want to do is you want to change this from wide 19 or 16 by 9 to standard. What standard is essentially going to allow you to do is it's going to allow that stretch res to actually work. If you kept it in wide by 19 or 16 by 9, you will have black bars. So change that to standard. And then if you want to, you don't have to do this in here, but I'd recommend doing it in here. Going down to your full screen resolution and changing that to the resolution that you want to use. So if you are using 1440 by 1080, then type in 1440 by 1080. If you're using 1728 by 17 or by 1080p, then put 1728 by 1080p right there. That's pretty much it for this config file. Now, I don't really know if setting this to read only does anything. I've tried and have tested doing read only to see if it actually does anything. Most of the time, it's not going to do anything for you. This config file is different than just like a .config because it's a CST, whatever the heck that is. So if you want to try this, you can try doing read only and see if it works for you. For me, it doesn't work, so there's that. But once you open up the game will open up. It'll be stretch res most likely. Now, if you have black bars, it's probably because you're in full screen borderless. Now, I'll tell you right now, one thing I've noticed, and it's really stupid with this game, I think it doesn't happen in any other game, but if you put the game in full screen exclusive, you can even do it in the config file, put it in read only, it doesn't really matter, it doesn't do anything. But if you were to open the game and it's got black bars on left and right sides, and then you put it to full screen exclusive, you have to put your render quality back to 100 because it'll default back down to 39 for whatever reason, right? And so you have to put your game into full screen exclusive, press apply, wait for it to put your stretch res up. Then you have to go into your quality settings and change that render resolution to 100 or whatever you want to put it to. It's stupid. It doesn't make any sense. So a way that I've figured out how to do that, I always like to do Alt Tab when I tab out of games. Just press the Windows key and you'll tab out. And once you tab back in your game, it should be full screen. But sometimes it does mess up, so you'll have to do that multiple times. If you've ever noticed it does that, that's the reason. Now, Like I said, if you want to try read only and that fixes your problem, then go for it. But for me, like I said, it doesn't work for me with read only, so just keep that in mind. But that's pretty much it for stretch res for Call of Duty. It's pretty self-explanatory right there. Once you have those two, like I said, it's pretty much the same as the other Call of Duties. But anyways, I hope you guys liked the video, and peace out.